I watch them fight and die in the name of freedom. They speak of liberty and justice, but for who?
Video games have become one of our most impactful, popular, and creative forms of media. Last year, the industry generated almost $150 billion in revenue worldwide, rivaling books and films and dwarfing music. Gamers spend over 3 billion hours a week in the virtual worlds of their choosing. And, more so than any other contemporary form of media, video games explore the themes of freedom and personal agency, allowing players to go where they want and to do what they please, as long as they're prepared to bear the consequences. Two of the 3 best-selling video games of all time are Grand Theft Auto V and Minecraft, polar opposites in terms of violence and target audience, but both of which were designed to offer players the opportunity to make their own destinies.
With a wide array of redesigned mechanics and a huge range of both structured and unstructured activities for you to do.
But there's one franchise that stands apart in its focus on individualism, liberty, and personal responsibility, both in its style of gameplay and the stories it tells. It's called Assassin's Creed. The series is set in an alternate history where assassins, who value freedom, wage a secret war against Templars, who believe in totalitarian control. Both sides insist that their ultimate goal is peace, but differ on how to achieve it.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
The assassins are the good guys of the games, and their outlook is also the most libertarian, as outlined by their creed.
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted, that laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
And one of the franchise's earliest and overall best protagonists can elaborate further.
You mentioned a creed before. What is it?
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That is rather cynical.
It would be if it were doctrine, but it is merely an observation of the nature of reality. To say that nothing is true is to realize that the foundations of society are fragile, and that we must be the shepherds of our own civilization. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions, and that we must live with their consequences, whether glorious or tragic.
Put another way, individuals are ultimately responsible for what they believe, what they do, and the consequences of both. Which isn't to say that these games are simplistic, anti-authoritarian agitprop. The antagonists aren't just cartoonishly evil villains bent on power for power's sake. The series portrays the Templars as human beings who, for the most part, sincerely want to make the world better.
And it would have succeeded had you let me play my part.
Part of the puppeteer.
Or better, we hold the strings on another.
No, the strings should be severed. All should be free.
And we should live forever on castles in the sky. You wield your blade like a man, but your mouth like a child. And more will die now because of it.
And the assassins are themselves flawed, corruptible, and suffer from internal contradictions. For example, they claim to believe in freedom, while at the same time relying on violence and putting absolute faith in their rules and traditions. Assassin's Creed teaches us that our ideological adversaries aren't evil. Usually they share our values. Often they have a very different concept of how to obtain the same goals. It also drives home the lesson that however much human beings think they've got life figured out, nobody has perfect knowledge. Assassin's Creed is more than a series of games about sneaking up on people and stabbing them. It's a franchise about the nuances and tragedy of human struggles, the complexity of opposing ideologies, and how the lines between them blur. And beneath it all, how the choice between good and evil is deeply personal and ultimately rests with the individual alone.